What is up, PC superstars, and how are you all doing? I am hoping that you are all going to have, or actually are already having, an enormous day and night. Now, right here, this is a pretty good opening hand. The only thing that we're really going to take out, in my opinion, is Arcane Missiles. We don't want the Conjurer, but we don't have a turn 4 play, so we might coin him out. So I'm actually just going to decide to leave him right there. I don't think this Druid is going to force us to have to coin into the Stone Splinter Trog on the first turn. As you guys can see, that Worgen Infiltrator is not better than anything we have in our hand, and it's definitely not going to be able to take care of the Trog by itself. So if he uses Shapeshift now instead of summoning out another minion, we are at a great advantage. And basically what he wants us to do right here is ping the 2-1. But instead, what we're going to do is we're going to play the Trog, and basically he's going to have to trade and use his hero power. And if he decides not to do so, then we're going to have a 2-1 on the board. So he decided not to do so, and that's perfectly fine with me, because what that allows us to do right now, guys, is basically if we ping, he still has to shapeshift in order to kill it, which is definitely understandable here. We can also just, well, it dies because it'll turn into a boar. We can summon out Goblin Sapper and then probably run it into that. Let's see what we want to do. I think pinging here is gonna be the best play for us, and then taking care of the Death Rattle and making sure it doesn't buff up any minions at all. Now he still has to use the Shapeshift in order to take care of our 2-1, and he's most likely not going to have a minion, but if he is, I don't think it's going to be stronger than a Water Elemental at all, so we'll be in good hands. Alright, so it's a 2-1 that basically gains health whenever he casts a spell, basically, and he will need to cast about 2 spells for it to, well, 3 spells for it to even have a chance at surviving against our Water Elemental, basically. So he casts his first spell. It's going to become a 2-2. Not too big of a problem. He's probably chasing a minion right now. It looks like he doesn't have an enormous amount of minions, so that might be what he's chasing. If we're able to just clear the board without actually running into more minions, that is going to be awesome. But as you guys can clearly see, he does have one of the minions, or one of the cards that I said would have little to no impact on Hearthstone at all, and he used it right there. Now we do have the opportunity to use Arcane Missiles and basically try to get lucky. If we don't end up getting lucky, then we will just coin out the Sludge Belcher, but let's see if we can pretty much get lucky here. And that's a pretty good, in my opinion, Arcane Missiles. And next play is Sludge Belcher, create a taunt, make him have to basically run those 2 minions into us in order to be able to clear, or at least clear the taunt out of the way for now. The 1-2, we can turn it into a boar any time of the day, and wow, he's actually, oh snap, he decided to actually create a bunch of wisps. I don't know why you would do that, but he probably has a plan, or hopefully he has a plan, because okay, that was super weird right there. He decided not to do anything after he summoned them out. So what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate the most amount of minions we can on the board, and we're going to summon out the Sapper just because it has more health. And if he has anything that buffs these minions up, I want something with more health so it could survive. Let's say that they all become a 2-2. I want the minions to be able to survive, and Jungle Panther would not survive around versus any of the wisps if he has Power of the Wild, let's say, or any spell like that. And he has Whisper of the Old Gods, so that's why instead of doing basically a bunch of 1-1s or giving a minion 5-5 stats and making it a taunt, he decided to actually go ahead and summon out 5 wisps. It's because he had that. Now we can clear this without a problem, but I don't think it's a biggie, at least not at this current moment. I think I want to drop the Raider and ping this just so he knows that he has to use Shapeshift to actually take care of the Goblin Sapper, and if he doesn't use Shapeshift, then he's probably not going to be able to take care of it, and it would allow us to actually be able to kill it with the Goblin Sapper next turn. And he just gave it taunt. he might be buffing it up a little bit more, and honestly I don't know why. Alright, that is a very strong minion, but we're not too worried because we have the perfect spells to take care of these minions right here. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna ping the Annoyatron, we're gonna kill off the 5/4, we're gonna kill off the other 5/4, and what do we want to drop here? If we drop Mech Warper, this does not become cheaper, but he won't be able to kill it. But in my opinion, the best play here is just dropping a Jungle Panther. Hopefully he doesn't have the 3 damage needed to kill the Raider, because if he could stay alive one more turn, it would benefit us greatly. And it looks like he's not going to have enough to actually take care of the Raider. So we're going to be in really good hands. We can Conjurer here and drop Mech Warper or something along those lines, but we need to start going face as soon as possible. So actually I was thinking of using Conjurer, but after I see that I got Gorilla A-Bot, I think that using Annoyatron is better just to cover up our face a little bit. Let's ping his face just to buff this guy up and give him more health and attack, and we're just gonna start going face basically, because the Shade is not gonna be able to take care of the 3/4. The 10/5 is too big to be swiped. So we look like, for now, it looks like we're in pretty good hands. I don't know any mass removal that he could have besides Deathwing. That's the only mass removal. And if he does have a Deathwing, we have Spell Conjurer to clutch us basically a Polymorph. And he has a Doomsayer. Now, can he freeze any of our minions, especially the 10/5? I don't think so, and if he cannot do so, then that means that this game is over, because I'm almost positive we have enough damage, and if we don't have enough damage, we're gonna develop enough damage from the Conjurer. So he knows most likely that it's game over, and he concedes. So with that, we have game number 3. We're 3-0 right now, looking to make it 12-0. And if you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to join the PC Superstars if you haven't already. And as always, guys, have a great day and night. Stay positive, keep on grinding, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, PC Superstars.